In this video, we will introduce the prep for CCA-AppDS Gateway, NetScaler 14.x Essentials and NetScaler Gateway. Introduction to CCA-AppDS Gateway Certification. Target audience and prerequisite knowledge. Exam structure and format. Exam blueprint. Effective study tips for success. 1. To which 3 bind points can a Citrix administrator bind a session policy to enable clientless access? Choose 3. A. Group. B. Service. C. Service group. D. User. E. Virtual server. 2. A Citrix administrator needs to have users in the vendor department connect to internal web applications through web access only. Which configuration mode should the administrator configure on the Citrix Gateway? A. Clientless access. B. ICA proxy. C. Reverse proxy. D. Full SSL VPN. 3. What is a recommended practice for managing a Citrix ADC high availability pair to ensure that management changes are always made on the primary Citrix ADC? A. Enable management access on the cluster IP (CLIP) address. B. Enable USIP on both nodes, primary and secondary. C. Enable management access to a SNP. D. Connect to both Citrix ADCs to see which one is the primary. 4. Scenario. The policies below are bound to a content switching virtual server. Bind CSV server v server 1 policy name CSPOL_7 priority 100 go to priority expression next. Bind CSV server v server 1 policy name CSPOL_5 priority 90. Bind CSV server v server 1 policy name CSPOL_9 priority 110. Bind CSV server v server 1 policy name CSPOL_4 priority 120. Bind CSV server v server 1 policy name CSPOL_8 priority 210. If policy CSPOL_7 is invoked, which policy should be invoked next? A. CSPOL_9. B. CSPOL_8. C. CSPOL_5. D. CSPOL_4. 5. Which Citrix ADC owned IP address will, by default, send traffic from the Citrix ADC to NTP servers? A. VIP. B. NSIP. C. CLIP. D. SNP. 6. A Citrix administrator has deployed a new Citrix ADC MPX appliance in the demilitarized DMZ, with one interface in the DMZ and the other on the internal network. In which mode should the administrator deploy the Citrix ADC? A. 1 ARM. B. 2 ARM. C. Forward proxy. D. Transparent. 7. Which three unified gateway elements can be configured by the Unified Gateway Wizard? Choose 3. A. Responder policy for HTTP to HTTPS redirect. B. A primary and any optional secondary authentication configuration. C. The Unified Gateway Primary Virtual Server. D. Rewrite policy for HTTP to HTTPS redirect. E. An SSL server certificate for the Unified Gateway Virtual Server. 8. Which two deployment methods does Remote Desktop Protocol, RDP, proxy support? Choose 2. A. ICA proxy. B. 2 hops. C. Optimal gateway. D. CVPN. 9. Scenario. A Citrix ADC receives packets that are destined for a service IP address owned by the Citrix ADC. The destination MAC address is not owned by the Citrix ADC. Layer 2 mode is enabled on the Citrix ADC. What will the Citrix ADC do with the packets in this scenario? A. Drop the packets. B. Route the packets. C. Bridge the packets. D. Process the packets. 10. A Citrix administrator needs to configure single sign-on to a storefront server using an external, secure single URL. Which type of virtual server can the administrator use to meet this requirement? A. Load balancing. B. Content switching. C. VPN. D. Unified gateway. Check the correct answers for each question. Subscribe Passert for more IT exam prep.